At what point did you decide or figure out, you, your wife, your family, your team, that you were going to make an attempt here to start a new chapter football-wise? Can you walk me through that process, please, Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough one. It was something that, I definitely spent a lot of time talking and thinking about with, people I'm close to, mostly just my wife, and a little bit of family. But, it was something that kind of came to fruition after the season. I went in and talked to, the leadership over there in Detroit, and they were amazing. To me, they were really receptive and understanding at the same time. We wanted to do what was best for both parties, and I feel like we got that done. It was about as smooth a process as it can go when it comes to trading away somebody who's been, in your organization for 12 years. So I was really appreciative of the way they handled it, and I hope they were, fond of the way I handled it as well. So it worked out. I got nothing but great memories there, and a bunch of great friends and people I care a lot about. So it was tough to leave, but at the same time, I'm excited for, a new chapter for me, my family, and out here in LA is going to be a lot of fun.
No question these things could go sideways. I mean, you know that. I mean, being in the league for over a decade, when you go into a front office or reach out to somebody, who did you reach out to? Did you go to the owner? Did you go to whoever was the general manager at the time? Because, there was such a transition period. I mean, who did you speak to with such a sensitive request that if it gets out, it could send things in a totally different direction than the one that it wound up in with you in Los Angeles, Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, it was delicate, no question. So I talked to Rod Wood, who's our team president, and Sheila, Mrs. Ford Hamp. So that was those are the two people that I talked to. And they were obviously been around me for a while and understand where I was coming from, and I think disappointed, but also understanding and responsive. So that was a good thing, and again, I just can't say enough about the way they handled it, and I hope they feel the same way, with the way I did. But just happy that, you're seeing it today. There's all sorts of, things going on where, basically the player and the team or the franchise, aren't seeing eye to eye. And I was just happy that, it worked out as smoothly as it did for me.
Matthew Stafford here on the Rich Eisen Show. As for the why to go and decide after 12 years, I'm going to take things a little bit in my own hands, even without, having a free agency year that's right around the corner, to try and make a change. You spoke to the great Sam Farmer here in Los Angeles for the LA Times. I love that guy. And you spoke with him, and I just want to take an exchange from your Q&A that was printed in the Los Angeles Times last week. He mentioned two quarterbacks, Rich Gannon and Carson Palmer, who were able to redefine themselves in their last stops of their career. He asked you, do you think about that? Your answer was, there's no question, absolutely. Different scenario, but even Tom Brady last year going to a new team and a different coach and a new way of doing things and having success. Did Brady in Tampa make you, in a way, sit down and go, okay, if he can do that after 20 years and after winning all those championships there, maybe I can try it? Was he kind of, in a way, lack of a better phrase, inspiration for you to try it?
I don't know. I think I kind of take in the landscape of the league every year. Obviously, it was an incredible thing that he was able to do last year. After basically knowing one way for a long, long time and having a ton of success, and then just kind of picking up and moving on and taking that success with him, which I thought was really impressive. Some of those other guys that were mentioned in that article, obviously, were part of it. But at the same time, just because one or all three of those guys did what they did didn't mean I was going to do what I was going to do. It was something that really came from my family and my situation, because everybody's situation is different. But it is nice to know that it can happen, and guys have done it. It's a lot of hard work, and a lot of changes and a lot of new faces and all that kind of stuff. But you can definitely make it work.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.